Hey, what's up guys? Matt here. In today's video, this is something a little bit different. This is going to be like a gear rundown video. And this is a request, sort of. I got a message the other day from one of my subscribers basically asking me about my setup, okay? Now in all my videos in the little description box, I always say this video was filmed with a GoPro Hero 4 Silver and a Zoom H4. Well, this person was wondering exactly, how I have that set up. All right. So I'm just going to give you a brief little rundown of everything I have here and how I have it set up, where I have the zoom positioned, and, just kind of everything as far as what I do to make a video. All right. So let's get started. So let me turn the camera around. So this is where the zoom lives. And this is a Zoom H4. Let me turn it on. So here, let me walk around the punching bag. So yeah, Zoom H4. It's about, 6 or 7 feet away from the drum kit. And I've got it angled to where it's sort of splitting the difference between the kick drum and where the speakers are, okay? Because this is an XY microphone configuration, so it's sort of, it's firing that way and it's also firing that way. So it's capturing the sound in an arc, okay? So I've just basically split the difference between the drums and the speakers, all right? So when the Zoom's powered on, I just hit record one time, and when it's flashing, it's in standby, okay? So it's not recording, but it's picking up audio from the room. And you could probably see the levels going up and down as I'm talking, and if I snap, they go up a little bit, higher. So yeah, that's it. And the gain is set on auto, so I don't have to worry about anything being too loud or too soft. Okay, it's going to adjust the gain automatically. So yeah, I just have it in standby. And then I've got a line out right here, and it's just a stereo extension cable going out of the Zoom, going up here, and it's going to a GoPro mic adapter. You can buy these in stores, wherever they sell GoPros. A lot of times they'll sell the mic adapters. You can find them online. I think I got this at Guitar Center, actually. They're about 20 bucks. All right. So as far as GoPro position, I have it clamped right here on this little universal arm. And I just use a homemade clamp, sort of a ghetto clamp, but it works. And so I have it mounted right here, and then the mic adapter just plugs right into the GoPro. Okay, so the audio from the Zoom becomes the audio on the GoPro's video file. Okay, if you use the mic adapter, you've totally bypassed the GoPro's internal microphones. Okay, that's my new microphone right there. So the audio is going to be richer, it's going to be fuller, and there's no separate audio file to deal with. Okay, it just goes right to the GoPro's video file, with better audio. Okay, so that's it as far as audio and video. It's just a Zoom and a GoPro. And again, I've got the Zoom about 6 feet away. Sometimes if the song I'm playing along with is really loud, sometimes I'll move the Zoom all the way back here, maybe 10 or 12 feet away. But for the most part, I just leave it right about here, about 6 or 7 feet away. And my little punching bag is my reference point as far as where to put it. Okay? So, I'll just turn this little dude off. So yeah, just a Zoom and a GoPro is all I use for audio and video. Now, as far as where the songs come from, it's just back here, and it's basically just a stereo with a laptop hooked up to it. So the laptop, I've got headphone out. It's going to the receiver / amplifier. It's 100 watt per channel. It's an old Sony that I've had for, 10, 15 years maybe. Still works, still sounds okay. And it's going to a couple of old, probably 30-year-old Technics or Techniques, however you say it. And these are just plain old 3-way loudspeakers, okay? Nothing really special. But they sound okay. They're loud. They're super loud. but as you know, the drums are loud. And this room is ceramic tile, so it's a very loud room. There's not a lot of furniture. It's just a drum kit, a desk with a bunch of crap piled up over there, some exercise equipment, and a keyboard way in the back. You know, the next room has all the sofas and stuff in it. But for the most part, it's a pretty wide open room that's tile, so it's incredibly loud. The foam on the walls, I don't think really does a whole lot. As far, you know, for sound control, you know, what you really need is something with a lot of mass, something really thick, like a mattress or a sofa. So, yeah, it's incredibly loud in here. So to save my ears, I mean, quite often I'll use earplugs if I'm just practicing, you know. And then the headphone out is actually a splitter. So I've got one going to the amp. The other end is free. So I can use the little earbuds. And these are the Shure E3 isolation earbuds. And these are pretty expensive. These are about $200, but they work really well with the little foam inserts. You know, they're just like earplugs. You squish them down, you stick them in your ears, and they expand. And they totally block out all the sound except what's coming through the earbuds. That's all you hear. Okay, so it's nice. It really saves your ears from being just beaten to death by a drum kit in a loud room. So yeah, and I'm sure my neighbors really like it. You know, this is all in my basement. In case you're wondering, this is not the main level of the house. This is a basement. But, you know, this whole back wall is open. And the wall over there, you know, going into the next room is, you know, pretty open. So, you know, French doors and everything. So there's not a lot to really contain the sound. Okay? So it's loud. But the Zoom actually does a pretty good job with handling all that sound. Okay? And that's it as far as recording and, you know, where the music comes from. A stereo with a laptop hooked up to it. And then for editing, you know, once I'm done filming or recording, whatever you want to call it, I'll just bring my GoPro in here to the office, and I'll just hook it up to the PC via USB and just dump the file from the GoPro over to the hard drive, and I'll either use GoPro Editor or Cyberlink Power Director. All right, depending on whatever I'm doing. If it's just a Play-Doh file right from the GoPro, I will typically just use GoPro Editor just because it's so easy. And yeah, but if I'm doing like a picture-in-picture kind of thing, I'll use Cyberlink just because it has a nice picture-in-picture option. The software itself is a little harder to use, but yeah, GoPro Editor does not have any kind of split screen or picture-in-picture option. So yeah, it's just a PC. That's what I do all my editing on. So yeah, and I'm a Walking Dead fan, in case you're wondering. Say hello to Daryl. Yeah, anyhow. So that's basically it. That's all I got. It was pretty bare bones. Yeah. But yeah, thanks for the request. You know, too bad I don't have any microphones. I mean, that would be ideal. You know, because I have a studio mixer, I just don't have any microphones. So I'm just having to deal with the Zoom right now. But I've gotten a lot of comments from a lot of people saying, "Hey, man, your videos really sound good." Well, thank you very much for that. I appreciate it. But yeah, the Zoom seems to do okay for right now. But yeah, that's it. That's what I have. It ain't much, but it works. So thanks so much for watching, and hope you found the video interesting. I hope it was helpful. And yeah, thanks again, and we'll see you next time.